All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Mia, and today is day 4 of my Record Everyday Challenge, where I promised myself that I would record and upload every single day until I am comfortable on camera and until I break my own cycle of giving up too soon. So, I haven't set a hard date on the challenge. I'm thinking maybe 90 days or maybe even 365 days. I'm not sure just yet. 365 sounds like super extreme, but that would be the longest I've ever stuck with any one business venture completely by myself, that is. So I'm considering it. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know. 90 days sound like good for you guys, or 365? Let me know. Anyways, you guys have really already been super kind in the comment section, so this has not been as hard as I was thinking. I really do appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my take on how to get the best of business ideas using ChatGPT. So at this point, I probably clocked about thousands of prompts, hundreds of hours into ChatGPT. I'm like low-key addicted to it. AI has really changed the game for me in a lot of different ways. And using ChatGPT is one of those things that really has just allowed me to really brainstorm heavily and think of all types of new things to build and to center myself around. So ChatGPT is a great tool, but you have to learn how to prompt within that tool. When you first start out, it's going to feel very generic. So, but now, after really deep diving into multiple conversations with ChatGPT, it's really become more of a relationship at this point. You have to learn each other. When you first start using ChatGPT, it doesn't really know anything about you. So the first set of conversations are going to feel very generic and very common. A lot of the answers just won't really mean anything to you. It just sounds like you're Googling things. But once you refine it and you tailor it to you, then all types of possibilities are, right at your fingertips. So your first goal should be feeding it the information that it needs to help you brainstorm, strategize, and plan accordingly. If you were just to type in, for example, give me online businesses or give me online business ideas, it's going to be very common answers. It's going to say stuff like blogging, drop shipping, print on demand, marketing agency. Those are all nice, shiny business ideas, but those ideas don't necessarily work for everybody. So again, it's not tailored towards you. In order to be a marketing agency, like, you would have to be really good at sales and dealing with either face-to-face sales or, promoting yourself and getting clients. And not only that, you have to actually do the marketing. So if that's not your skill set, then that's not a good business idea for AI or ChatGPT to offer or recommend to you, right? So that's the wrong way to ask. And it's actually too soon for you to ask that particular question to get any type of valuable answer. So you'll need to give AI context. You'll need to give it constraints. This way it knows what your true intentions are. It can help lead you down the right path. And you can ask better questions. You can ask better questions. It needs to know your specific background. Are you a pharmacist? Are you a landlord? Do you have carpentry skills? Do you have SEO skills? What type of business do you even want to start? Are you wanting to start an online business? Are you wanting to start an offline business? Are you okay with physical labor? Is physical labor a no for you? Are you okay with face-to-face sales? Or do you prefer to put your product out there and wait for clients to find you? How much money do you want to make? Are you looking for a true business that can be scalable, or are you okay with a side hustle? How much money are current business owners in that business currently making? How much do you have to invest in a startup? These are questions that can go on and on and on and really drill down into the type of business that you're looking for. That's the only way this works. You have to be very specific. You have to ask very specific questions, and you have to give context, give constraints to narrow down the choices so that it can present the best possible choices for you. So the key here is following up with your prompt. So you ask a question, and then you dig deeper and you dig deeper, and you provide more and more context and details to kind of get more out of the AI. So an example prompt that you could use to find a great business idea would be, you would literally type this: pretend you are my business consultant. I want to start a business that fits all of these criteria. Must be able to run fully online. must be able to reach $20,000 a month in profit, must be operable by only one person or be mostly automated. I do not want anything that requires heavy sales skills, high follow-up, or constant chasing. I have photography skills and I would like this to be useful if possible. The business should be in high demand right now. The business should also be evergreen and recession proof. I prefer something with low startup costs and high margins, under $10,000 to start. See, very specific. Now, as you go through this and you get some more business ideas, some of them may not be realistic at all. And some of them might. So you'll kind of have to sift through and see which ones are a good fit for you. Now, based on this type of prompt, the AI now has background information that it can use. It has constraints, context, goals, financial targets, etc. Now it must search for real life data to verify demand and startup costs, and it should be able to tell you why it thinks it's a good business idea for you. If you don't find a good option in the first run, then try again by typing more idea, and you just continue to keep doing that and keep iterating over and over again until something hits. Sometimes you'll have to remove a constraint or a filter. Or you might simply just reprompt. It's up to you. Sometimes the session itself will give you an idea that makes perfect sense, and sometimes it'll just make you think of your own idea. That's happened to me countless times. Most of the time, actually, when I'm brainstorming with AI or with ChatGPT, the idea comes by me simply almost like thinking out loud or speaking out loud. It's kind of one of those scenarios. So really just think of it as like a brainstorming session with a career therapist where you go back and forth bouncing ideas off of each other. You know that therapist has like almost unlimited information at their disposal for you, but you still have to know the right way to ask. Ask for variations, ask for difficulty levels, ask for it to justify its answers to you, ask for it to make recommendations based off of what it knows about you. Or by giving it a specific priority that you define as the most important thing to you. I'm going to be building a book of ideas where I list all of the unique business ideas that I've come across while using ChatGPT. It'll include like feasibility and such, but I want to make sure that it's really valuable. So it's going to take me probably a while, maybe a month or a few to really jam pack it with all the ideas that I've come across. I'll let you guys know when that's available for you guys. Another thing you'll notice in ChatGPT is that it's very optimistic, like too optimistic sometimes. It'll give you, a lot of buzzwords like, oh, this is epic, or this idea is, will crush it, or you'll crush it because of XYZ. It's gonna like really hype you up. And honestly, yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little, ego trip, but you have to kind of look past a lot of that fluff, a lot of that hyper positivity, because sometimes it'll fail to show you what you really need to see about the business, so that you don't quit because that barrier came up that you weren't expecting. So you can ask it to tone down and not include any fluff by asking it to get realistic or real conservative and use real data. You can ask it to prove its theories. For example, you could say, find me online threads that show demand for my product or service. This is where you start to ask more feasibility questions. Ask about your competitors, marketing options, how to find customers, any skill gaps you might have, local laws or other barriers that might stand in your way. For example, let's say we're talking about a party rental business. It might start off by telling you why it's a perfect fit for your skill set and how much potential profit there is to make, but it'll fail to tell you any limitations you might be overlooking. So I would ask, how many hours does the average owner have to put in each week? Or how much do I need in startup cost and inventory cost? Or how well does this business do in my market? Or which products are not worth renting? Another great question, are there local regulations that I should be aware of? This way, the AI learns more about your dislikes, your risk tolerance, and can tone down the hype a bit. So you have to ask more questions in order to discover some of the weaknesses that business might be hiding. And those weaknesses could be deal breakers for you. So you'll want to run through as many scenarios as you can to really flesh out the idea and get a good feel for the things that you can handle and the things that you can't handle. All businesses are going to have disadvantages and cons, and they're all going to have pros. It's just a matter of which ones can you deal with and you think that you can overcome. So you have to treat ChatGPT like a strategist, not a vending machine or a magic 8-ball. The best ideas come from layering prompts and asking more and more and more questions. So that's really it, guys. That is a quick and short video. I made it through day 4. We are here and we're surviving. Also, just to let you guys know, the link to my app, Recipe Muse, is down in the description below. My YouTube viewers do get a 50% off discount. The link to use that is down below. And the no-code tool that I use to help me build that said app, plus other apps that I'm working on without any developer experience and without any knowledge of coding at all. The tool that I use is called Lovable, and the link to that is also down in the description below. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys got some value here. Please consider liking this video if you did get any value. And if you want more valuable business tips and ideas, then please consider subscribing. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.